you're probably aware of the light shining up on your face, aren't you? That's the position you want to be in.
He looks to disappear after his shirt.
Under the working title of Spooky Cinema, filming took place from the 30th of June to the 1st of December 2014.
When Harry says action, we kind of...
Does it take a long while to start up this camera?
It will do, yeah. And we're going to do the clapperboard first. So we're doing that, and then you walk into shot.
So where do I start from?
Wherever you want, out of shot.
You're
I'm
not...
voluntarily out of shot, Harry.
Alright, Rob, so Phil, out of shot please. Over here, behind this chair.
Go back, you can't see the clapperboard.
How far?
There.
Okay. Scene one, take one.
Most of the used footage
Action.
was captured on Mini HDV.
After wining and dining at their leisure, a couple seeking filmic pleasure were directed by a cunning waiter to Bradford's least well-known theatre.
Overacted, yeah, because it's spooky, yeah. And then, oh yeah. And in fact, I'll go, oh yeah, you know, and
then I go.
And then you get the tickets out and show it to the camera, and then separate them and give them. Oh, what's this? All right, yeah, sure, yeah. It's in that.
Nice, nice.
All right.
Scene one, take two.
Action.
After wining and dining at their leisure, a couple seeking filmic pleasure were directed by a cunning waiter to Bradford's least well-known theatre.
Cut.
That's all. Start. What do you want me to say?
Well, you're filming it, so you say action, or say
yeah.
board, and then he'll do board, and then say action.
Right. Board.
Scene one, take three.
And action.
After wining and dining at their leisure, a couple seeking filmic pleasure were directed by a cunning waiter to Bradford's least well-known theatre.
In post-production, I would change the water into red wine, using the technology of Adobe After Effects.
And cut.
Again, action. Can you do it not quite vertical that way, but do it more slightly that way? Yeah, like that, yeah. Alright, action. Alright, that's good. Okay, I'll stop that a minute.
What is Julie having to play you?
No, she's just there. Something I thought was happening.
My cheeks look big in this.
Ready.
Otherwise you're like this.
Don't forget to switch on your LED lights.
Alright. Oops.
Do you need them when you've got that really bright light?
I think they'll be in shot there.
I'll just come over here, I'll just try and...
Might not though, actually.
Right. Alright, we're rolling, so
Right, action. On. Acknowledgement. Wonder off. Next one on. Acknowledgement. Off you go. Next one on. Ticket. Acknowledge. Off you go. Judith on.
look
Off
round
your
a bit,
ticket.
Judith, look.
Bit of an acknowledgement. Off you go. Jim on. Give your ticket.
Look
Bit
round,
of an
Judith.
acknowledgement. Off you go.
he walked backwards.
He's disappeared.
Yeah, it was a bit. It's alright.
It's
Alright,
fine.
let's
Cut.
have a look at
Right.
that. Right.
Harry, could you sit
3 times the
in
size of this room.
I'm moving you again.
I'm already kidding. It's a very, very
In,
small square. In
oh,
a very sort of touristy
in the
part of Barcelona. So maybe the authorities
seats,
didn't even know. Unfriendly.
Yes, it was sort of pirate signs.
take 1. People going into the places in the cinema. So action.
Wherever you were sat before.
And the film begins.
Right, we're happy.
Right, Harry, can you do it again? A slight variation on this. When you go back, can you go like that? Just to give me something to go with. Right, again, action. Right, we'll cut there. Right, thanks, sorry.
Try and keep the light in your eyes, won't you? You might have to lean forward a bit to begin with. There, yeah. A bit further forward, Jim, to begin with. Alright, that's good because I can't tell that you're leaning forward.
Yeah.
Right, so everything's alright at the moment. And, oops. And then the film starts to go weird. Start to become a zombie, faceless zombie. Open your mouth again. Like horror, as if it's the last thing you've seen.
Go back.
So you're enjoying the film first. It kind of move a bit, react.
Suddenly, something's it's coming in and taking your soul out. Your face is appearing on the screen, so that's it. Yeah, what the hell does that mean? And now go, like everybody else, go back. So
Mouth wide open, sucking the life force out of you. Wider.
that is spooky. Right, I've got that. I'm happy with that. Put whatever I want behind it, and then you come with a knife and fork towards the camera. You know those heavy things, wherever they are.
They're in the kitchen.
All right.
Hey, thank you.
While you're doing that, I'll.
Needs a bib tie underneath his chin.
Oh yes, yeah.
That's safer. Oh no, actually that will blend into the background.
No, this is fine.
Thank you.
I still think you should put your eyes on.
You're looking evil. Oh, put your knife and fork together.
Everybody,
Come on, I can do it. Look evil. And be doing things towards camera. Come on. Come on.
Right, Harry, be careful now. I'm going to plug in here, so don't step. Yeah.
You want to start acting?
Yeah, if you can bring the knife and fork towards the camera as you do it.
Am I allowed to look straight at the camera?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because this is our point of view.
Right, okay.
And try and lean in without falling off in towards the camera as you do it. And
Tell me when you're shooting.
Yeah, alright, I'm rolling, and then do your hideous laugh and all the rest of it. So feel free to indulge and action. Do the knife and fork towards the camera. Right, cut there.
Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, that was very good.
I hate to say this, but I think we've got that in one take.
But
yeah.
actually really squeeze all your muscles in your chest and your shoulders, right?
Yeah.
And if you do it right, you'll start shaking.
Yeah.
Just do it now, just tense your muscles, really.
Ah. Is that it? Well, I was doing that.
But don't hold back, do you know what I mean? If you're
Right.
frightened.
Right.
You're frightened.
Oh, actually, the other thing is I'll put my hand against the.
What frightened you, Ian? What frightens you in real life?
Me.
You don't, I mean, it don't matter if you don't. If you don't, it doesn't matter if you don't want to tell me.
I'm trying to think. Probably. I think that someday I'll.
Losing competitions.
Small dogs.
Oh yeah. Well, worse than that, actually losing the will to actually make anything. Yeah, it's not happened yet, but I think people when they get older, they just lose the will to.
Right, you ready? Action.
So we need just to come that way.
Action.
The exterior filming took place at Little Germany in Bradford on Sunday, the 3rd of August 2014.
Cut.
So back row, middle row, and then front row, as quick as you can. Action.
Additional filming of the theatre and over people's shoulders took place on Monday, 6 October 2014.
Happy you're enjoying it first. And now, Joe and Andrew gasp.
Because
Right,
I'm
right,
doing
Harry,
that,
can you
they'd
sit
be
up a
doing
bit to
that.
begin with? And then it's
Sit
like,
up.
Yeah, cause, oh, are you?
I am so.
Alright, okay. Alright, so I'm rolling again. It's happy. Oh yeah, it's a cartoon. Hey.
I love cartoon.
Yeah, and all that. And then,
Oh, great.
ooh, don't like the look of that, what things doing to whatever it is. Mm. And then go, it's scary. Face will go, laugh, chuckle, and then clap or something, as if you really enjoy it. Alright, 3, 2, 1, now. Laugh. And clap a bit. Just clap.
Borrowing the actors from Jim Walker's film Identity, the final session of live action filming took place on Monday, the 1st of December 2014.
Why are you doing a countdown?
Alright, 3, 2, 1, now. Some of you just seen something a bit scary, which you're not didn't think that you were supposed to see this at a family show.
Can we go on David Cameron in shorts.
Right. Then action.
Filming of people trapped in the screen took place on Monday, 17th November 2014.
Right, try and you're squeezing your face further into the camera. Right, I'll cut there.
The animated title sequence was created in Lightwave 3D. I downloaded the City of Paris and used a portion of that. This is the top wireframe view. I wanted the camera to also pass through tunnels, so I downloaded an old bridge object and copied that several times. Whenever the billboard style captions appear, I had to shorten or delete buildings. The outer edge of the building is then selected and moved horizontally to form a shortened building. There is now a gap on the ground which needs to be filled. A tunnel is added. This reveals the first billboard caption. The next tunnel reveals the second billboard. A cover falls away to reveal the other part of the caption. Seen from above, the billboard is placed in a clearing, in this case a road junction. A tunnel is placed just before the billboard is revealed. The building needs to be shortened to avoid the bridge being joined to it. Using the knife tool, the building is cut in half. Part of the building is removed. Here I decided to add a telephone pole. The pole is positioned and copied. The copy is moved to another position, and that copy is copied again and repositioned. The telephone wire I created from a disc, which I stretched and made to sag slightly. This I again copied several times and placed at different angles across the buildings. Here I am plotting the virtual camera movement in the animation. In this plan view you can see a position of the two main lights. These had to be animated somewhat to avoid having many lights, which would have increased rendering times even longer. To create the effect of paper falling off the partially hidden billboard, a rectangular polygon was divided into further polygons. Skelegons, or invisible bones, were added and animated to make the sheet appear to curl down and fall away. Originally, the visuals would have been accompanied by a narration. When the would-be voice artist left, it occurred to me that the film probably didn't actually need a narration and would be self-explanatory. Again, skelegons are used to make another sheet appear to curl, this time wafting like a curtain to reveal the main title. The restaurant was pieced together in Adobe Photoshop. In Lightwave 3D, that image was mapped onto one of the buildings. I created the restaurant interior in Lightwave 3D. It was the only scene to include computer animated people, and these had to be individually resized because they came from different sources. The live action video at the end was projected as a texture within the scene. In After Effects, the footage of the building was enhanced to create a restaurant at dusk with vintage cars and signage motion tracked. Rotoscoping was used as the couple run into the foreground. For the cinema exterior, I originally planned to merely add or cover signage on one of the Little Germany buildings. In retrospect, I wanted to introduce the cinema in a dramatic way, so I rotoscoped the live action and created the cinema in Lightwave 3D. The cinema theatre was created in After Effects. Here are the two original live shots used. These are duplicated along with seating created in Photoshop. A few images of famous actors are added to help populate the theatre. The walls are added and colorized in Photoshop. The rear view of the audience is again created from duplications of one small group. In After Effects, the footage is rotoscoped, duplicated, resized and flipped horizontally to create a large audience. I even photographed some of my 6-scale action figures to help populate the theatre. Cinemas used to have curtains covering the screens. Still images are animated in After Effects using mesh filters. The footage of dancers came from a concert called The Magic of Dance, which I had filmed and edited on Super VHS in 1994. For the cinema projector, I decided to go for a steampunk creation. For this, I adapted parts of various objects and added rusty, grunge textures. A chain, taken from a bicycle model, rather than a film, passes through the gate. The links had to be animated separately. The take-up spool is powered by piston, which I used from a train model. Carefully deleting everything apart from one of the pistons, I moved those elements into different layers so they could be animated later. The gauge dials and needle I designed in Photoshop. The casing I moulded from a disc shape. The taps I copied and adapted from a bath model. The projection room was a combination of stately home and barn roof. The projector was slightly off to one side of the window. Because the projector had more elements than the room, it was simpler to reposition the room. For the final scene, I decided to have the camera pan around a desolate theatre. This meant creating in Lightwave 3D seating similar to those filmed live. I duplicated these to create rows 13 by 13. The movie was finally completed on Sunday the 29th of May 2016.